Hey, this is your girl, Freedom, and welcome to my channel. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we are talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is a recap. And y'all, I was not here for them trying to come for Mel, honey. Destiny really is a hater. The whole season, she was trying to sit next to Mel. She apologized to Mel on various occasions, especially during the girls' trip. She said that, well, do you think that me and Martell slept together? Melody was upfront and honest. She said, I don't know. And she was like, oh, I'm telling you the truth. I never. Destiny claims that her and Martell never did anything, never had anything, but the energy that she gives Melody says otherwise.
You know what? Now you
Get on the stage. Every time she's around, Destiny's around Martell, all of a sudden Destiny's whole energy and attitude switches up in front of Mel, even though she claims that she ain't got no problem with Mel and she want to be Mel's friend. So are you Team Destiny or Team Mel? Drop your comments below.
meters over there, all on the same side. And the people that Martell ain't fooling with, me, Tisha, and Marcel, we over here
I
together, which is
understand
kind of
Nell being
interesting to me.
older. I feel like Melody, she had to give Nell and the Fletcher's a storyline. So, okay, so they're older people of the group. They're a little bit more wise. So they're more seasoned as a married couple to give all of us advice, not just Melody. But for some reason, I think that Nell is conflating her pain and with her mom's passing with Melody just wanting her to be there as a friend. And I think that is very unfortunate that if you really want to help somebody, at some point too, Miss Nell, you're thrown in Melody's face as if your words and the actions that you helped when they both needed you was on deaf ears or was for vain, because Melody is doing her thing. You know, she's growing, thriving. Her TikTok has, went over 2 times, shutting it down because of her sales for Seventh Avenue beauty products. So, it is a little weird that y'all gave a lot of time and energy to Martell coming to your house, disrespecting you in front of your house about Melody, and yet you never held Martell accountable the way that you're talking to Melody right now. And if you really cared about her the way that you did, you wouldn't have done interviews talking about Melody with Carlos on the show and stuff where Melody had to check you about that. And so for you to cry on the stage and make it seem like, oh, because my mom was going through a sickness, I didn't have to be there for you. You're right. You didn't have to be there for her. So why did you show up? And why did you not just say, I can't be here for you right now because my mom is passing, and right now I actually need you as a friend. That honestly would make more sense. And I think that Mel would have showed up, but you never gave her the opportunity. And also because you're in a state of blaming, it's you're there's not really much accountability. And to me, for Nell in her situation, you had the counseling, there's so many times that your family sat you down and said that you don't listen, that you do stuff for TV, that you were allegedly, this mistress. Your children have said something. I mean, there's a lot of healing that needs to be done, and I don't think that that's all of Melody's fault. And I just feel like I hope that she finds the healing and peace that she seeks for their family, and that she realized that Melody is a good person and a good friend, and that there wasn't really much of an issue, and that she respected your friendship more than a mentorship of anything. Destiny, she had her clips and her scenes of her throwbacks, you know, um, starting from her previous business for Milani's and moving into a storage unit that she now calls a shop. Congratulations, Destiny. And Carlos is making it clear about a lot of things because Destiny is over exaggerating. Melody and Kimmy both have had conversations, and they have to have a show for TV, y'all. So of course somebody has to be the villain, and of course they made it Melody. And at the same time, when has it never not been Melody? They baby Martell a lot. A lot of these people just let him just say what he want, and he just gets away with a lot of BS. And it's weird because even with the Fletchers, like I said, when Martell and Nell was outside of her house and they went back and forth, and he called Nell a side chick, the Fletchers never really checked Martell. And when Marceau told the Fletchers about how Martell talked about them and how he did his wife, and saying that she was a side chick. Even then, they never really had another scene and really checked Martell. So it really gives this favoritism towards Martell, even though we know that he put out a revenge, video of his ex-wife, and it's weird. So the cast is trying to figure out how old is Destiny. They are inquiring about her relationship with Lance, which is Nell's son, and they probably have like an 8-9 year gap. He's 33, and he said he was previously married. And I found it interesting that Destiny was dating somebody very young. And yes, yeah, he was previously married, but him being previously married, going from 20 into 30 is different from you going into your 30s into your 40s, because you're a little bit more seasoned. And I feel like that's another reason why Destiny probably still is attracting the people that she's attracting, because she's not mature. And at one point, Nell was saying that she would love to have Destiny as a daughter-in-law, and now she does not necessarily know. And she asked Destiny to do her marriage shower or whatever, um, there for the bachelorette party, and because Sonny had to be invited, that already kind of wedged a issue in their relationship. No, she does not care for Destiny anymore. We don't really know why or what Destiny has done, but in this clip, she's calling Destiny a liar because she's saying that Destiny says she's 42. Destiny's like, girl, I'm not 42, and Carlos is telling her, listen, you might as well start dating other men, honey, because they don't like you. And Miss Nell starts laughing, was like, Carlos, you're doing the most. That's not true. But it was very clear that that was true, and we really don't know why, but hey. And so now we're talking about Destiny's triangle with Sunny. So here comes Sunny, and I'm not gonna lie, it is giving, maybe this is a little staged. I don't know, because like, why would they be the only two that wore red dresses, but everybody else really got blue and it kind of matched the set? But hey, that's just my opinion. But I think Sunny is a beautiful woman. And definitely with the hair, makeup, and stuff like that, and with them both glammed up, like Sunny, definitely her face card and the body is eating for sure. And it's like, okay, girl, we see you. I love the dress on her. She looks really, really good. So Carlos got some melody, and her millimeters into some mess, because he had her on the stage and she did not know that Sunny was going to be pulled out onto the stage. So that was just a little clip of the throwbacks. And now we're into Sunny, Moses, and Destiny, and this storyline is a little washed. Now, Letitia is speaking her mind, and she's saying that because you was a producer, the situation was messed up. So you gotta hide your mans, hide your husbands. Um, you know what I mean? Because anybody could try, our people or our partners. And even though it's a little funny, at some point, everybody's grown, so everybody should be able to take some accountability. Destiny and Sunny is basically sticking 10 toes down, saying that they were broken up, they was not really in a relationship, and because he was dating multiple people, or they was dating other people, she doesn't feel obligated to Destiny. Now Destiny feels that they needed a storyline, so Melody and Sunny both concocted a plan before she came, so Moses, could have a storyline. So Melody is busted out laughing. Her and Carlos is laughing. Carlos is like, what's going on, Melody? Why are you laughing? And Melody is like, what kind of person could be so delusional that they would want to be on this show just so that they could be able to talk to Carlos? And for what? Like, it's just crazy. And I find it funny too, because like, in this scene, it shows how much Destiny is a liar, because yeah, it was produced, but Carlos set the record straight. He said, you knew that Sunny was going to be on the show. I told you this. So now everybody on the cast is like, what? But I'm pretty sure that the cast knew too. But even if they didn't know, I'm pretty sure that they had some kind of idea that they knew. And to make it seem like Melody and Sunny could concocted this plan together, because Melody is a producer on the show. And once again, it still wouldn't make sense, considering that everything that Melody do, Destiny, you're copying from her. Candles, clothing, whatever Melody got going on, from beauty, skincare. Now you got a beauty and skincare line. It's like, monkey see, monkey do, child. You gotta get a life. And yeah, Nell's not really with it, and she not really feeling Destiny. So it was just very interesting. Destiny kind of got a little cornered. She got a little flustered, and yeah, we don't know her age. We don't know what she do for business, and allegedly, in the earlier clip, she was locked up for forgery. So allegedly, so Destiny, got to do better. And they already letting Maurice slide off of this DUI, but hey, we're gonna keep on going on with this reunion. And Destiny did not like being called out, so her and Carlos, she actually got into it with Carlos, and Carlos was giving the queen energy like, what? Miss Thing. But he directed the energy, even though it was all over his face. And they made it clear, like, Destiny, you already knew what was up. And Destiny is basically saying that, like, if y'all have the right to talk about the show and y'all reaction, I'm doing the same thing, so it shouldn't be no problem. And so now Melody, she went and she checked on Sunny. She's like, oh, how do you feel, Sunny? And Melody is just like, literally, since, you've been back, like, your energy's been crazy all over the place. Because, like I said, one minute you like me, the next minute you want to be like me. And to be delusional enough to say that we made up a storyline for you to come back is interesting, because I already had my own storyline. I already had my thing going on, my motion. Sunny said she had her motion. And for Carlos to say that she was invited by Carlos is like, come on, that's a need. Why do you still not like Mel? Is giving, I want to be her and I want her so bad. And Letitia too. So we got Ken and Barbie out on the stage now. And to me, if I'm going to be completely honest, I think that they might not really be together still, because he wasn't really on her like that. They seem a little bit more distant in body language, in my opinion. And she seems a little bit more awkward. So I don't know if they plans or, they talked about the storyline to have Martell be like the main thing. But Ken snapping on the show says a lot, because you could tell that his conversations with the men about him being able to leave Trisha at any time and still staying, and his validity as a man is questioned, and it should be, because you are taking care of another man's kids who is in a complicated situation when they're not legally divorced. So you doing that to yourself. And when it comes to Trisha, she is such a compulsive liar. And even when it came to this scene, and Melody's asking her, like, when did you go to Martell's house? How was the driveway? She couldn't answer not one question, but she went to this house. They didn't mess around, but they both said they knew each other. He acted like he didn't know her. She made it a big deal to make him know that he knew, she knew his brother, Martell's brother. They know of each other. But then she go over to his house to help him work out. Martell has not worked out, because we know that for the Galentines, when he was asked to be with Trisha as a model, he said he hadn't worked out in a long time. So what time period, Trisha, between the time Martell was fit and the time that he became unfit because he stopped working out? So what's really good? And Martell says that me and Trisha messed around in front of Melody. I think that he probably did it as a dig, but Trisha did not say no. And it was very awkward. Ken ain't doing nothing. And it's like, yo, you are big, and for what? It was crazy. Mel don't care. She moved on. And Trisha saying Martell never kissed me. We never did anything. And so for Martell to then be like, oh, yes, we did have sex. And then he said, oh, yeah, actually, no, I'm just playing. It's weird that nobody checked this man. All these people on the show is still coming at Mel, but none of them is holding Martell accountable. And it's like, I really do believe it's a pretty privileged thing, because I believe that some of the women that look at Mel and they're intimidated. And then on top of that, the men is intimidated by Martell too, because he's quote unquote physically attractive as a dark skinned man, but at the same time, he's childish. And why call out another brother instead of holding the brothers accountable, child? Where was all the men at when they was talking about cheating respectfully? Nobody said a word. So the only person that actually stuck up and said something about Mel's tape was actually Marcel, which once again even shows to me that Marcel was still attracted to her, because you could tell from the previous episode when Trisha's baby daddy came out and was all up in Mel's face. You know what I'm saying? They was going back and forth, and it was all googly eyed. So yeah, it was very interesting. And yeah, Martell and Trisha, y'all are weirdos, and we definitely know that y'all had something going on for sure. So, do y'all believe that Martell and Trisha, they slept together? Do you think that he was real about it? What y'all thoughts? Like, comment, and subscribe. So we got next week's coming up. Marcus is coming out bringing Mel Flowers again. He's laying it on thick. And there goes Marceau laughing again because we already knew what happened from the other episode. And so it is interesting because now we see Trish being more argumentative, and next week should be juicy. So once again, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.